and Addison Saxonist, Hannah Saxon here, and I recently had a video idea while browsing KH Insider a couple months ago. How about I just scroll through random songs on that website and review 15 of them for sort of a grab bag episode of... Roll the music. Guys, roll the clip. Guys! I know I'm the only one here with an inanimate LPS toy on my laptop, but guys! Where's the... Don't worry, the Sticks video is coming soon with much procrastination. Calm yourselves, guys. I will get to it. The same rules apply to the main series of album reviews. Ranking songs out of 5, describing production and lyrics, etc. So enough messing around, let's get into the first song I shuffled through. Song number 1, In Memory of Mercedes Romero, from a game that I've never played, Stellaris Utopia. Guys, prepare for me to say that I've never played these games a lot. This song starts out with a mildly fast synth, and it sounds very, very, very ambient. I will definitely put this on my relaxing music playlist, you know, if I have the time. The strings sound melancholy, and considering this might be a tribute track, like, who in the world is Mercedes Romero? It's fitting for a tribute track. It has a nice build up to its climax, and a very satisfying conclusion. I'm really sorry that this segment is pretty short, but... to be fair, I didn't really have anything to say about this song, so Azure's just going to give it a 4 out of 5. Song 2, Cozy Time from Valkyria Azure Revolution. Wow, what's your name as? Good for you. You have your name in a game. I digress. This song was composed by Yasunori Mitsuda, the composer of Chrono Trigger's soundtrack. It has a bit of a medieval sound to it, and I can easily see this being played at a Renfest, like a Renaissance Fest. I've never been to one. I don't know what they're like. The oboes, I think they're oboes, in the main melody sound very upbeat, and the backing tambourine has sort of a kick to it that makes me want to dance the maypole. Glockenspiels punctuate the end of the loop, and it ends on that cute melody and an equally cute pizzicato. Azure gives it a 3.5. It's not bad, but we'd say it's average. Song 3, Lash Brother Bounce from Jet Set Radio Future, also known as Jesus. Now this, I can imagine myself dancing to. It has wonky synths and tribal drums, perfect for breakdancing. But like I said on my 80s video, I can't break dance. But I can see myself doing that to this song if I ever learn how. I can do the robot though. That's a good dance to go with this song. Also, this might be a good song to freestyle rap to. I'm not skilled enough to attempt that, but I believe this could call an indie rapper to freestyle it. Hit me up, aspiring rappers. Just like that last song, it gets a 3.5 from Azure. The wonkiness is good, but it kinda doesn't do it for me. Song 4, Stella Magic Temple from Dark Chronicle. Again, I've also never played. This calming flute that you're hearing right now is one of the best flute melodies I've ever heard in a game. Sorry, Interlight, you're not from a game, so I guess this will be your equivalent. This song is a little on the short side, clocking in at about 1 minute and 20 seconds, but the composer, Tomohito Nishiura, did a great job without cramming everything into the song, rushing the process, and making it kind of mediocre. However, we'd still consider this to be a 3.5. A for effort, thanks for playing. Song 5, Morinobu Tokai by Hatsune Miku. Finally! Something that I recognize! This is from a fairly recent Switch game called Hatsune Miku Connecting Puzzle Tamagotori, and I wasn't able to transcribe or translate its lyrics, but it sounds really, really, really cute! It's in a waltz tempo and it starts with a plinky piano riff. Miku's voice also sounds very realistic, and taking away the fact that she's an AI, I assume her voice provider was singing it. There's no percussion, but I'd say that makes it all the more cute. Azure gives it a 4.5 out of 5. Pretty high-ranking song for a puzzle game. Song 6, the Escape theme from Metroid Prime. Now this is an adrenaline pump track. I never really got into Metroid, mainly because of the backtracking, but this speedy song makes me want to play Prime. It sort of reminds me of the Escape theme from Super Metroid, with its fast production. It makes you want to bolt out of that alien facility without getting blown up. At least, that's what I think happens. Again, I've never played the game. Anyway, Azure gives it a 3. Moving on. Song 7. Super Robot Tyson L from Super Robot Tyson L. Okay, I couldn't find much info on this song, so this entry is going to be pretty short. But to summarize the song in 3 words or less, I love it. Given that this game is focused on mechs, I think it was a Japan-only game, it sounds like something that would come out of a mech anime series like Gundam. Definitely not Evangelion, though. It's the perfect, cheesy, super mecha Sentai song, and it makes me kind of want to track down this relatively unknown game and emulate it, but I'm not going to hold my breath. Azure gives it a 3.5 out of 5. Side note, when I was looking at that song, all the track names were Super Robot Tyson L in the game listing on Cage Insider. So if you want to know what specific one, it's the 3rd one. Glad we got that covered. Song 8, Thinking Time from Little Buster's English Edition. Again, I couldn't find much information on this one, but that won't stop me from commentating on it, so let's go. It's got a xylophone in the main melody and some flutes plus a synth in the background. Also, the tempo is in 5/4, which to my band geek ears is always a good sign. Little Busters kind of sounds like a fun game because of this song, but again, I've never played that particular game or heard the rest of the soundtrack, so it could be a mediocre or outright bad visual novel experience. From what I've seen. You never know! 3 out of 5. Song 9. Final boss battle from Bubble Memories, also known as Bubble Bobble 3, which strikes me as kind of strange because considering a theme this bombastic, it shouldn't really be in a puzzle game, but I gotta give props to Yasuko Yamada for making an awesome song, an out-of-this-world song, for a freaking bubble shooting arcade puzzle game. This song sounds like it belongs in an RPG, and it kind of reminds me of a comedic subset of an RPG. I'd say it's a pretty good and solid melody to bop around to while fighting this final boss I've never gotten to because this is a Japan exclusive game. But if I ever emulate it, which let's face it is really unlikely because arcade games are kind of hard to emulate, I'd probably be pretty sucky at it because I suck at puzzle games and games in general. But other than that, Azure gives this song a 3.5 out of 5. Song 10, Woodman Stage from Mega Man 2. Okay, this is a game I have actually played. Unfortunately, it's one of the most difficult NES games I've ever played in my entire life so far, so I only played one stage, Metal Man, hoping I would beat it, but I suck at it so much I didn't beat it at all and I gave up. But enough about my experiences. What about Woodman's song? It's pretty good. Typical Mega Man 2 fare. With some cool 8-bit instruments emulating synthesizers and drums, its iconic melody grabs you in on the first repetition. While it's not my favorite song in the Mega Man series, it's pretty iconic sounding, but considering I haven't played this particular stage, that's saying something. It also kind of reminds me of the title song in the same game. You know, when the tempo picks up. Yeah, that one. Azure gives it a 4 out of 5. Song 11, Borden Zone Act 2 from the Acrobat 2. I legitimately did not know that this game existed when I started scripting this video, let alone it being a Sonic the Hedgehog ripoff. Well, it certainly sounds like a Sonic the Hedgehog song, and considering this is a Genesis and Super Nintendo game, it's kind of a coincidence. Who knows? But onto the song itself, it's just a bit too repetitive. The melody can get a bit irritating after a while with its 16-bit style sounds. It does change around the halfway point of the loop, but not too much. Also, that seemingly endless melody has kind of a dissonant scale to it, and I really don't like it. And since the loop is longer than it should be, you can draw your own conclusions there. I gotta say, as someone who's only played Sonic and not its ripoffs, this song doesn't really impress me that much, hence why Azure gives it a 2 out of 5. Song 12, Kyutomoto no Saikai from Space Cobra. Okay, this one technically isn't a video game song, but I found it on Cage Insider, so it counts. Space Adventure Cobra is an anime movie that is comparable to other sci-fi movies of the 80s like Star Wars. But I'm getting off topic. This song here ends off the film and it sounds like a lounge song or even a burlesque song, solos and all. It has a jazz style and it really shows with all the swing melodies. The song may be low in tempo, but it still has kind of a swinging feel. I can imagine it belonging in a 20s nightclub with a smooth vocalist singing over it. Too bad there wasn't one in this song, so it gets a 4 out of 5 from Azure. Song 13, World Map Theme from Super Meat Boy. This is a game I've only played a few levels of, and I can confirm that it's as hard as people say it is. But what about the map music? It's kind of mid-tier for me. Loop is short, despite the syncopated rhythms and the 7/8 time signature, I think. It doesn't really go anywhere from there, and that's why it gets a 2 out of 5. Song 14, Naughty's House from Banjo-Kazooie. Another game I've only played a few levels of. Sue me! First couple measures of the melody kind of remind me of Itsy Bitsy Spider, and trust me when I say that's a good thing. This song, like the last one, has an odd time signature, and I like it, but unfortunately it sounds too childish and kiddie for me. The marimba is a staple of Banjo-Kazooie, and that's the best part of the song, but it's also mid in my viewpoint, so Azure gives it a 3 out of 5. Last song. I don't know what this song is called, but I know for a fact that it's from Soul Calibur 6, and apparently it got taken off the website. So here's the name right here that I found in the file. So if you can find the actual name of it, I will give you a shout out in the comments. Sure sounds like a Soul Calibur song to me. Again, I couldn't find much details about the song itself, but let's talk about its actual elements. This song sounds like the opening cinematic or a title theme with its dramatic orchestration and speedy percussion. Also, the main melody kind of reminds me a bit of Star Wars mixed with Dragon Quest and a little bit of Final Fantasy sprinkled in. I don't know what else to say. It's the best song in this video so far. It gets a 5 out of 5. And that's it. This video came with a lot of stalling on this script, and I'm sorry it took so long, but again, it's out, and the Killer review will be coming soon, so stay tuned for then. Until then, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, hit the bell to stay updated, check out Meyer Games, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Wattpad, and DeviantArt, and remember, when opportunity comes knocking 4 times, you know what to do. Take care. Bye. Why is it always stung? The first few measures of this Song 4, Stella Magic Temp up. I'd say it's a pretty good solid melody to bap, bap, beat your bap. This has a xylophone to the main
the frick? Why do I keep messing up?
Azure gives it. Oh, crap.